Okay, I believe we are live. Let me just check. Still getting used to this thing, boys. Let's have a look. Hold on. Ah, we are live. Okay. Alright, 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, just bear with me a second. Sick. Right, nice. How's everyone doing? Let me know, guys. How's your week been so far? Let's go. Right, cool. Basically, let me just quickly alert my community that I'm live right now on YouTube. So give me a couple minutes, guys. I'll just do that, and then we can get into it. So give me 1 second. Okay. Right. That's fine. 1 second, guys. Live now. And let me just post a story. Okie dokie. Let me just type on the chat. 1 min. Okay. Guys, while we wait, just let me know how your week's been so far. Any questions about anything? Just so I can get straight into it if you have any questions. Okay, right, so let's basically start by doing some analysis, and potentially we can get a trade today. But before I do, let me just check the news, make sure that there is no news to worry about. 1 second, let me change the time zone to England. So we've got news at 1:30, that's fine. Now, the first thing I want you guys to see, right, which will be my reason for if I do trade today, is look at how we're reacting to this fair value gap here, right? We came into it and we're respecting it. The only logical thing to assume is that we're going to go to the previous week high, or at least that would be the logical target, right? So as soon as we saw this rejection here on the daily time frame on Tuesday, that should have been your basically confirmation to start looking for buys, because if a weekly fair value gap is getting respected like this, then you don't want to be selling, you want to be buying. Okay, so let me just open up the chat so I can basically see what's going on. Okay, Nasdaq chopped me this week. Yeah, I mean, I don't trade Nasdaq, bro, but game's the game, I guess. But anyway, okay, so right here, like I said, this would be the target up here for us. Okay, so now we're going to drop to the 4 hour. And by the way, this is a trade that I took yesterday, so I'll probably break down this trade as well. It was a break-even trade for me, but I did actually take some profits around here. But yeah, it was basically a break-even trade, so I'll move that like that. I'll break that down as well in a second. But for now, like I said, this here is going to be the previous week high. So if I just... let's just get rid of all of this here actually and do this. Okay, so up here's the previous week high. So because we are respecting the weekly fair value gap, that would basically be our reason to go higher to the previous week high, right? The only concern today is on a Friday. Sometimes it reverses, but in this case, I don't really think that's going to happen. The reason why I say that is because we haven't really been like super bullish. So I don't think it's unreasonable to think that we can still go higher today. So if I was going to look for a trade, I'd probably still be looking to target this high up here. Okay, and then the previous week high, I don't think that's going to get hit today, but I would think that makes sense to get hit maybe next week, right, or something like that, because for now it looks like we are pushing to the upside. So based off this, I would assume that we're going to keep on going lower on DXY. Wait, what? Oh shit. That's weird. Testing. Shit. Hmm. Better. Testing. Oh, it's good? Okay. Okay, cool. Right. Sweet. Cool, so let's get back to it then. Basically, 4 hours respecting this fair value gap here. So, we didn't hear what you said on the US. Okay, well, basically on the US, we're respecting this 4 hour fair value gap here. Okay, and therefore the target would then be the previous day low here. Actually, no, that was the previous day low from Wednesday, so the actual previous day low today has already been taken out actually here. So we've already taken out the previous day low, but we can still target Wednesday's low as well. So yeah, I mean today we've already taken out the previous day low, so you can't really use this as a target anymore. But we can still think we might go lower towards this. Good morning, Shane. Welcome to the stream, bro. So yeah, I think it makes sense for us to possibly look for basically this to be the target here, this low down here on the DXY. And let's just clean this up a little bit. Okay, that can go. So if this is our target for today, then we need to work out how we're going to take the trade. I'm thinking shorts on DXY, bro, but on the currencies, then it would be longs. Okay, but what I'm thinking is going to be for DXY, potentially what would be nice is a pullback like this to maybe grab the liquidity from this high here, right, like this, and then look for some sort of trade lower like that. Okay, and then on GU or EU, we would basically be looking to target this high, and we'd be looking for it could be a continuation trade, or it could be a Asian low sweep today, but let's think this through. I think it's a very small Asian range, so the best thing to do really today would be to wait for Asia low to get swept and then look for something like this. Okay. Yesterday though, I did end up taking a trade from here as a continuation trade like this without Asian low being swept, and I can go into why I did this probably later, but that ended up playing out. The trade yesterday was basically like this, and target was like a 1 to 3, but I had break even on this trade, so I was stopped out at break even here, and then I took some partials at this rough level here, right? Okay, but that was the trade yesterday, and today it's sort of the same thing, right? We're going to look for either a continuation model or a sweep of Asian low, like this. Like that. And then that can go up there. And Asia high has already been taken out. Bro, I'm personally hearing shorts loud and clear. Hold on, one sec. Loud and clear. What about the opening gap on DXY? Let me have a look, bro. Maybe I missed something. So the opening gap, I assume you mean this one here. The thing is, bro, it definitely it definitely could be going higher, but I'm sort of basing it off the fact that right now on the weekly time frame, it looks like to me we're respecting this fair value gap and pushing lower. So that's sort of my reason for looking for sells more. But I mean, you know, it could go both ways. It definitely could be going higher for sure, maybe. I mean, we've taken out the previous day low here, right? So we have taken out a lot of liquidity to the downside. If there was going to be a reversal, it could happen. And then on GU, the issue I have with looking for sells here is, I mean, if you look at, bro, just look at the hold on, there's a lot of rubbish on my chart. One sec. But basically, in my opinion, the daily time frame and the weekly time frame of GU looks very bullish. So I never like to trade against my bias. So today, I would either just not trade or I would trade with my bias, rather than trying to go against what the higher time frame looks like it's doing, basically. But that's just how I trade. I don't really like to trade a lot. So, yeah. That can go. Hold on. So yeah, let me go back to the daily time frame and just show you what I mean, right? So on the daily time frame, if we look here, okay, if we were going to be looking for sells, then in my head I'm thinking right now, why do we not go through this fair value gap here on the daily? Or sorry, this is the weekly fair value gap, but like, you know, look at this candle, bro. This weekly candle here is so bullish, right? Like anyone would agree with me, this is a bullish candle, I'm sure, I hope. But because the weekly candle looks so bullish, for me, wouldn't be high probability for me to look for sells just because of this. Like, look at how we're respecting this fair value gap, absolutely filled it perfectly, and now pushing higher. I wouldn't look for sells, right? That's just me personally, but that's just the reason why. Because for me, it looks very, very bullish right now. But I mean, by all means, bro, we have taken out a lot of liquidity to the upside, but just based on my style of trading, okay, I prefer to wait for times where it's aligning with the higher time frame as well, right? But we definitely have taken a lot of liquidity. We've taken previous day high, we've taken out Asia high. We could see a reversal for sure, but it just for me isn't going to be a class A position. And let me just read some of the chat, guys. I've traded Asia sweeps 100% win rate this week so far. Nice, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty good week, to be honest. Like, look at this one here. This one was really good. Asia low swept here. And then basically a really nice reversal after that was swept there. What about shorts to Asian low? So like I just said, I won't be looking for shorts because it's against my bias. Yo Sal, how are you? I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm bullish on GU. The pound is also stronger than EU. Yeah, this week gave me 0 setups. Last week won 5%. I agree, mate. These days are really testing my patience. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's definitely going to be tricky with all of the US news and everything. I hear you. We got to use the higher time frame. Yeah, bro. The higher time frame's the king. So what is meant with patience? I can be done for the month just by making one A-class setup. Yeah, bro. I mean, you don't need to trade every day. If you made 5%, bro, and you're happy with 5%, which I would be happy with 5%, then you don't need to trade anymore, technically. Yeah, I agree with that. Tapped into the weekly fair value gap and rejected overall bullish. Yeah, bro, I think so. Guys, also, just while everyone's here, we've got 86 people in the stream. Like up the stream, like the stream. Right, every single stream has to have 100 likes. Minimum. So like the stream, we need 100 likes. 100 likes. And then I'll trade live and we can make some money. You think it could... if you don't have Asia sweep, you don't trade? No, so actually, I didn't have an Asia sweep yesterday, but I still traded because I also trade a continuation model as well. Basically, where sometimes you don't need to see Asia low swept based on a few things that I teach. It doesn't need to be swept every single time. So therefore, you can also take continuation trades like the one yesterday. Right, 25 likes. Guys, we need more likes. Come on, let's go. Let's get the likes up. Also, I'm giving away an 100k challenge account in my Discord when we hit 1,000 members. It's a free Discord, so you're literally... You might as well join. I mean, you could win an account for free. Discord link in description. Right, probably spelled that wrong, but anyway. Okay, so you can see here, right? To me, this doesn't look like it wants to sell. I think it's probably going to go higher for a bit more, and I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of the market just to take a sell. When in my opinion, like I said, the higher time frame is bullish. So I won't be looking for sells. With the $99 membership, we have access to your courses, right? So basically, you can learn your strategy to become profitable. Yeah, you have access to the courses, bro. You get access to the live trading every single day as well. And I think you can apply for that in the description as well. Basically, it's like calls like this, but every single day, bro. So yesterday I called this trade here, and then it was a break-even trade, but it was still quite a good position. Alright, 41 likes. This is good. 42 likes. Come on, guys. 100 likes, and I don't know what I'll do, but you know, if you guys actually like enjoy the streams, just like it, because the better it does, then the more giveaways I can do, you know. So yeah. But yeah, guys, trading is just a waiting game, you know. For example, right now, my old self would be probably just, you know, selling. You'd just be like, okay, sell, 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 sell. But what you need to understand is, like, bro, all you need is literally 1 or 2 winning trades in a month. With a high enough win rate, you're gonna make money, right? That's my aim, is not to trade every day. It's just literally to win a few times a month, and that's it. Like, that's literally all I care about. So to me, this here is not high probability. I mean, I won't trade, right? If anything, I'm going to be looking for buys, maybe like this, but that probably is not going to happen today. But yeah, like, the point is, in my opinion, this is not a high probability day. For sells at least, yeah, I'm definitely going to be selling. The only time I would sell is if the higher time frame is bearish, right? But like I said, the higher time frame looks bullish. So to me, it doesn't make sense to sell, you know? Hi bro, how do you work out how to do your setup for session indicator? What's your time zone? So I use the Asian range by Nico, and this is the settings there, bro. So basically, Asian range starts at midnight UK time and then finishes at 6 a.m. UK time. So if you want to join the inner circle, bro, that's basically where you get like one-to-one access to me, and yeah, that's like where you actually are gonna get, you know, the help you need. And if you want to apply for that, then I think the link will be somewhere in the description, or it's in the free Discord somewhere, bro. I think it's all in the free Discord. So if you want to join that, then just join the free Discord, bro, and you can find out about it there. Alright, I just realized the description's wrong. I don't actually have my Instagram in there. One sec. Also, follow me on Instagram. Sal Sanchez _ I think. No, I don't even know. Wait, one sec. Oh yeah, what I'll do as well is I'll go over this week as well in a second. I'll go over basically everything I've done this week. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that now. Full screen, please. This is full screen, bro. Okay, so yeah, let me go over everything for this week then. What if the low gets swept in New York session? Do we look at the charts in New York time? Yeah, I mean, we can, but bro, this is also the thing, right, that you need to also remember is, like, if the low gets swept early in New York session, then sure, then there might be enough volume to move higher. But you also need to remember that we have news today at 1:30. So if we've got news today at 1:30, then let's draw that out right here, right? So 1:30 here we have news. You know, you don't really want to be trading this through news. So unless this Asia low gets swept in the next few hours so that I can get an entry way before news, then I wouldn't trade. Whereas if it gets swept in New York session around here, then I wouldn't take the trade because then I'm going to have to trade through news, you know? What pair is this? This is GU, bro. You've been smashing it recently, bro. Appreciate that, man. Let's go. So I'm buying GU because my DXY is bearish. Yes, bro. That's very, very good. I totally agree with you on that one, bro. I'm already in. Okay, nice. What time frame are you on? The 15-minute. Ah, you guys can't see because of the border. Ah, right. Didn't think about that. One sec. Oh yeah. Right. Sorry guys, I didn't realize the border cuts out the time frame. Yo, 100 members, let's go. Right, this is the 15-minute. Maybe I can make it smaller, like. Maybe that's better. That would be better, I think. That's probably better. Let's have one more look on DXY. Yeah, for me personally, like I said, it's not a high probability day because I wouldn't want to trade against the trend. And in my opinion, DXY is doing bearish things as it's respecting this fair value gap here. So I wouldn't want to trade today because it's against the trend. But if I was gonna trade, I'd probably want it to go lower. How's Thailand been? It's very, very good, bro. Do you speak Thai yet? Nah, bro. Sadly not. You only trade GU? I trade EU as well. Bro, do you have WOP clipping? If yes, what is name? You can apply in the free Discord, bro. Everything's in the free Discord. Everything. So whatever you need, bro, just join the free Discord. And I'm also doing a very big giveaway very soon in there. 1 hour fair value gap and Asia high is my break of structure and 3-minute order block entry. Not sure exactly what you mean by that, bro, but yeah. Man like Sal, what you saying, bro? GU London session live trading 16th of May. Yes, sir. Guys, is there any also any YouTube ideas you have for me? I'm open to suggestions. How does Thailand work with the visa? So I've got a DTV visa, bro. Right, and the DTV visa is basically a 5-year visa, so I can stay in Thailand for 5 years if I wanted to. But I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna travel around a bit soon and just like explore the world. Maybe go to Japan. I want to go to Australia. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Bali again. I want to go to Europe. You know, like it just gives me the option to stay in Thailand if I want to, which I probably will. I'll probably just stay here like as my base, but then I'm still going to travel around a lot. Digital nomad, exactly, exactly. But I mean, that's the joy of trading. Like that's why I trade. It's not to make loads of money. It's just to have the freedom to just travel. Um, like that's always just been a big thing for me. I just wanted to travel and make some money, and that's it really. So it looks like we are going down from here, but like I said, guys, for me, I only trade setups that I'm very confident on, and I just wasn't that confident on this sell here. But it could play out. You never know. What's your reasoning for not trading again? So, bro, my reason is that the higher time frame looks bullish for me. Okay, so let me go and show you what I'm seeing. How can I show you this? So, hold on. So, you see here, bro, how we are respecting this weekly fair value gap like this, yeah? To me, that's never something I would try and sell, okay? Because we're clearly bullish, right? We're clearly respecting the higher time frame weekly fair value gap, so I wouldn't sell. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Yes, it could potentially work, but to me, that's not something I'm going to risk because it looks too against the trend for me to trade it. Like the only real good thing to do was probably that trade that I took yesterday. Like that trade yesterday was really good. It just didn't end up having the volume to push to TP. But I mean, ultimately the trade I did was correct. We did take a buy, and if I didn't move to break even, it would have been a winner. But it just took ages. But yeah, for me, this doesn't make sense to sell because it's against the higher time frame on GU. And then also, bro, if I go and show you DXY. DXY, look at the weekly candle, right? The weekly candle is very, very bearish. That's not something I would want to be buying, alright? It just doesn't make any sense. There's going to be better setups than today, so today's not going to be a day I'm going to be trading. Sal, my only problem currently is that I keep failing to act on my analysis. Like this week, 100% accuracy, but always looking for a safer entry. Been trading for 1.5 years. Yeah, so that's definitely something that people are going to struggle with. Is like having the confidence in yourself to actually take the trade. Is definitely going to be a big thing. But that's going to come with time, bro. You just need to basically keep on practicing and building that confidence, and then eventually you'll get to a point where you don't need to worry so much about um, doing it, and that can also come through like just backtesting, bro. If you backtest more, if you really start to trust your data more, then it should become less of an issue. If it doesn't become less of an issue, then at that point I'd say you definitely have like a big psychology problem. And then there's ways also to work on that as well. Live stream. But yeah, let me go back to the chat. Bro, how is your? But let me go back to that question, right? Because that's quite an interesting question. So, but always looking for a safer entry. So okay, so this is the thing, bro, right? Let's say you let's just say theoretically you're wanting to take a sell here, which I'm personally not wanting to sell, right? By the way, but let's say you were looking to sell. What I've realized is that it's not actually that important to get the best entry in the world. Okay, so let's say I was looking to sell, right? You could sell right now where price is here and target Asia low, and you're still going to get a 1 to 2.6 with a 9 pip stop loss, right? Which is still fine. That's a very good trade, right? Or if you're trying to get the best entry, then you can wait, sure, for it to come up to here so you can get a tighter stop loss, but then you might miss the trade, and it really isn't that important to get a better entry because the original trade here is still quite good, you know? So sometimes if you're trying to get the best entry possible, it's just probably a greed thing where you're trying to get the best risk to reward, but it's not really that necessary. Like sometimes I enter a trade, quite late, but it doesn't actually matter because as long as my stop loss is covering the high and I'm targeting liquidity, whether I enter here or whether I enter here, it's still going to be a winning trade. Yes, I'll make less money, but it's not about, for me, it's not about making as much as I can. It's just about like getting into the winning trades when they're good. And that's, I guess, what I would say to you is don't try and get the best entry every time. Sometimes get a worse entry, but at least you wait for the good setups, and then that's the best thing to do. So yeah, let me get rid of that because I'm not trading that. Next video, explain entry model. Okay, bro, I can do. Sal, how is Euro USD for buys till those equal highs of London and Asia? I don't understand, bro. If the 4 hour isn't clear, skip the session. If the daily isn't clear, skip the day. If the weekly isn't clear, skip the week. That's a good rule of thumb, to be fair, bro. I like that. When do you normally stream? So, Richard, I stream every single day for my community, but for the YouTube, I just stream every Friday. But if you want to join the community, bro, just join the free Discord, which is in the description, and then you can sign up to the community through the free Discord. So, yeah. Bro, what do you think of trading liquidity suits, break of structure, and order block? Well, that's what I trade, bro. That's literally what I trade. Do you only look for a reversal trade on Fridays? No, bro. Like, today I'm not looking for a reversal trade. Because, like I said, it's against the bias. It doesn't make any sense. And, yeah, like, it's just, today's just not a good day to look for a reversal, in my opinion. Because it doesn't, I don't know. I just don't want to. I just don't really want to look for a reversal today, bro. It doesn't seem a good idea because it seems like to me we're quite bullish, so I don't want to be caught on the wrong side. I heard a guy said that we shouldn't trade EU because there's too much manipulation. Yeah, well, depends on who you're speaking to, bro. Depends on the trader. Sal, do you sometimes let the trade play out and not move to break even or to entry? Or do you like to protect your capital at all times? So sometimes I won't move to break even, bro, but it depends what I'm trading. If I'm on a funded account, which normally I would be, I would move to break even quite soon because, and guys, look what's happening here, right? You see, because the higher time frame is bullish, I don't think this sell looks good. Personally, I don't think I'm gonna sell. I wouldn't sell from here, but you know, we'll see if it plays out, whatever. But yeah. But to answer your question, bro, I would normally move to break even quite quick if I'm trading on a funded account. But if it's on a challenge account and I don't really care, then I normally don't move to break even on a challenge. So are we trading today? Probably not, but maybe later on the day I might look for like Asian sweep and target higher, but probably not trading today, bro. Not the best RR wise, but like seeing price respecting many imbalances as it could do many time frames. Good as I'm still in Thailand too, mate. I will get on the Discord. Yeah, bro, join the Discord, man, for sure. Guys, how many likes we got? 64 likes. Come on, man, let's get 100 likes. Like up the stream. Let's go. We need 100 likes, man. Last time we got 100 likes, it was very good. Let's like the stream. Get it to 100 likes, boys and girls. The better these streams do, guys, then the more I can do them, you know? I don't get paid for them, but it's just like, I want to see them do well. Because then it motivates me to keep doing them, because I know people will enjoy them. So, you got to get it to 100 likes, and then I might start doing them maybe in the middle of the week as well. Maybe, but I'm not sure. Okay, 70 likes. Guys, I know we can get 100 likes, man. Come on. Do you also trade New York sometimes? Yeah, bro. I trade New York as well. For me, it's not really about the time of the day. It's about the setup quality itself, okay? So, that's the most important thing. It's not really about the timing, you know, because I don't really trade too much based on timing. Like, this isn't a silver bullet strategy. This is basically just higher time frame to a very good level, and then executing when you see it come into a good enough area with the higher time frame. That's basically the way to look at it, right? So yeah. Do you like the idea of the trading displacements? I don't know why it's never working for me. Do you like the idea of the trading displacements? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Like, what I mean, displacement is, I understand what that means, but yeah, I don't really understand what you mean by that. Yo, Jamie, what you saying, bro? What you saying, man? Okay, 74 likes. Guys, get it to 100. We need 100 likes, and then I'll give away. I'm not gonna do a giveaway, but just like the stream. Like up the stream. What makes you more bullish on higher time frame? Because yes, I see the weekly fair value gap. Morning, Tony, bro. Being respected, but also bearish fair value gap on the daily and bearish structure forming. So personally, bro, I don't see any bearish structure, right? That's just what I'm seeing. I don't see any bearish structure. Okay, let me show you why. Like, bro, if we were bearish, you would not want to see this, right? This is not bearish. This is not. To be honest, this isn't bearish. This isn't really bullish either. It's nothing. It's really not anything crazy, right? This is bullish, right? That's bullish. This here is nothing, right? So there's nothing really to go off to look for sells in my opinion right now, because you can clearly see there's nothing really going on, right? If anything, I would assume this here might be some sort of consolidation to then maybe continue going higher at some point, okay? But I don't like the look of sells because this does not look like a selling market, okay? A selling market is this, right? I mean, look, you can see here, it's a clear downtrend. This would be when you look for sells, right? But here, there's no downtrend, right? So that it doesn't make sense for me to sell. Sometimes all you need to do is just zoom out and just look at it, right? Like so many of my trades, I just take based off just looking at the higher time frame and just like keeping it really simple. I don't try and overcomplicate it. I'm never really going to be drawing out change of characters everywhere and drawing out fair value gaps down here and thinking, oh, it might come down to here, bounce up, do this, do this, do this, do this. Like, bro, I just keep it so simple. I just look at it and I just decide what direction it's going, and then I'll just trade with that direction. So for me, this looks like a pullback into this weekly fair value gap to push higher. That's just what I'm seeing, so I'm just going to stick with that. One sec. Two possibilities. I take a trade today. One is the sweep of equal highs on EU. Two is the sweep of Asia lows into the equal highs. Let me have a look, bro. Let me have a look. Uh, yeah, I'm not really sure if I was personally. I don't want to sell, but I mean, it could happen. It always could happen. Is it normal to take 6 losing trades in a row? I'm following my rules at the moment, not revenge trading, but this shit is happening to me often. 6 losing trades in a row, bro, is quite a lot of losing trades. I'm not sure how you trade, but it's quite a lot of losing trades. So maybe, bro, what I would do is I would actually really look at those trades you've taken and try and understand if you've taken any losses unnecessarily, how you can avoid those losses. Because 6 losses in a row, I'm sure there would have been something you could have avoided, bro. But if there was nothing you could have done different, then I guess that's just that's just life, Sometimes you're gonna have a losing streak, but I probably think there's a few mistakes you're making in that bro. Bro, been watching your YouTube vids since last year. I'm profitable for a few months now, and your videos helped a lot. Let's go, bro. I'm proud of you, man. And the market's clearly consolidating. Yes, exactly, bro. Do you not reckon we'd have a bit more of a pullback on the higher time frame? Maybe, bro, but we just gotta wait and see if that happens, Okay, 88 likes, guys. 100 likes. Let's go. Get me to 100 likes, bruv. Let's go. And also, guys, make sure to subscribe. Of course. Make sure to subscribe. For more. We have a nice bullish displacement on the weekly chart on GU. Yeah. Is Thailand safe? Yeah, Thailand's safe, bro. Other than the lady boys, but yeah, Thailand's pretty safe, bro. Vibe 6 is over trading. Six losses over trading. You'll blow up guaranteed if you don't have a stricter entry rules. Isn't there a 1 hour supply zone around 1.335? 1.335. So like up here, bro, we do have an hour supply zone for sure. But I mean, we're not really in there yet, bro. So doesn't really concern me yet, bro. But hold on. But yeah, there is an hourly supply zone up there, bro. Do you trade Forex only? I actually, I only trade Forex only, but I might look to get into futures as well, just because I hardly trade Forex, like as in, it doesn't take a lot of my time because I don't trade a lot. So because I've got quite a lot of free time, I might start trading futures in the evening, like around 6 p.m. UK time, because it's totally different, and it just gives me a bit more stuff to do. So maybe I might start trading futures as well. And if I do, then everyone inside of the community will get obviously way more information on futures and everything, and I'll teach you how to trade that as well. But yeah, looks like we're selling, boys. Yeah, it's one of them ones. If we do react to here, it's fine. It's not really anything I'd want to trade anyway, because I'd want to wait for more clear higher time frame. But yeah, bro, explain your strat in short. Short. So my strategy is higher time frame, sweep of Asia low, 15-minute giving us a good rejection, and then a 1-minute change of character, basically. But it's obviously a lot more tricky than that to understand the higher time frame, to understand how to enter. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. But yeah. Other than ladyboys, what the ladyboys do, tell us your experience. So, bro, don't even get me started, bro. Right, if you want a ladyboy experience, then get me to 100 likes, bro. 100 likes. And by the way, it's not some crazy experience at all. But still, I'll tell you some stories about ladyboys. At 100 likes. London Open is 4 a.m. in New York time, right? I've got no clue, bro. Because I'm not in New York. But for me, London Open is 8 a.m. UK time. Do you recommend people only trade one pair? Yeah, bro. Only one pair is what I'd recommend. Guys, we're still not at 100 likes, so there's no ladyboy stories yet. We need 100 likes. Bro, I do not want a ladyboy experience. Stay safe though. Do you trade every trade? Do you trade previous day high and low? If yes, which do you look at? The overall past day or past session? I'm not sure what you mean, bro, to be honest, but I just trade based off higher time frame. Self-sabotage, having the thought pattern of not being worthy of everything, causing me to do self-destructive behavior. What's going on? What did I miss? I've lost 24 in a row due to self-sabotage, hesitation, not taking good trades, and self-sabotage myself to not take clear trades. Damn, bro. 24 trades in a row. Lost. That's kind of crazy, bro. I'm not going to lie. Bro, honestly, 24 trades lost in a row, you got to look back at your strategy, and you really need to work on something there, because that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, bro. You need some like strategy help, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're at 100 likes. Nice. So, Ladyboy story is one time I was in Pattaya, and then no, I've got a few to be fair. So the first time I was in Bangkok, yeah. First time I was in Bangkok, me and my friend called Jay, who you guys probably know, we were basically like just walking on the street, and then we went into a shop, and then we were just looking around the markets, right? And then we saw this like lady boy, but obviously we didn't speak to him or her, whatever you call it. I don't even know. But anyway, we saw the lady boy, and then we just left the shop, and then we thought nothing of it. We thought, okay, this is fine, and then we start walking down the street, and then for some reason, I think me and him were just making a joke of imagine this lady boy's following us, and then we turn around, and then the lady boy is like far in the distance, but we could see she was following us, right? So then we kept walking, thinking, okay, maybe she just left the shop at the same time as us, and then, bro, wherever we would walk, in the very far back of the crowd, she'd always be there, and then we ended up just, I don't know what we ended up doing, but I think we ended up like going into a shop and hiding out for a bit, and then we came out again, and then I can't remember what happened, but nothing happened from it. But that was just one experience where sometimes you do get followed by ladyboys, especially if you're like a young guy. Like, yeah. Another experience was I was in Pattaya, and then yeah, sort of the same thing, but this time the ladyboy was like trying to touch me and stuff. So then I just had to run for my life. But yeah, bro, that's basically it. I think a big thing in Thailand, yeah, is um people don't understand keeping to themselves sometimes. Like, I don't know. Sometimes, bro, people are just too forward, and it just is a bit weird. But I mean, it is what it is. Um, anyway, that's basically the story. It's nothing crazy, and luckily, nothing else has happened. Right, let me read some more of the chat. I was chatting up a ladyboy in Pattaya all night. It was a real woman. Think it was a real woman, and then at the end of the night, he/she told me, and I ran away. Yeah, bro, that's got to be done, bro. Sometimes, the ladyboys, they look like you can't tell sometimes, bro. My mate, on the other hand, did the same and took a ladyboy back to his hotel. Shit, bro, crazy. I wonder if it will use Asia High support resistance. Could do, bro. What shall we sell for? Waiting for breaking Asian low and then place buys. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Would you take continuation from GU in the 15-minute fair value gap? That is something to consider, right? I mean, we do have a sort of reaction from it here, to be fair. And that does make more sense with my bias being bullish. So actually, I mean, it's a bit of a long shot, but it could be happening here, where we could be respecting this here. Let's have a look at this. Okay, I might potentially take that, to be honest, as an idea. Okay, 15 minutes gonna close like this. Wow, yeah, I like the look of this, to be fair. That 15-minute looks really good. I'll take a buy here. Stops like this. Put the target like a 1 to 3. Right, I'm not in it just yet. I'm going to wait to see how this 15-minute candle closes. And I might look for a continuation trade, basically, to push up higher from there. On a challenge, okay? I'm not going to be taking on a funded. Maybe I might change my mind, but we'll see. Because, like I've been saying, my bias is bullish. So I don't want to be selling, okay? And I do like the look of this right now, actually, to be fair. It's looking okay. Unique. Now I don't give signals, but I am in the trade. Okay. So it's up to you if you want to trade. I'm not on this on a funded account because I tend to not trade Mondays or Fridays on my fundeds. But yeah. Now, reason for the trade, okay, is let me actually change this. Higher time frame, bullish, respecting, um, weekly FEG, GU higher time frame bullish, DXY bearish. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm sure there's a lot of questions, but I just need to be on the charts for now. Alright, this can go. So yeah, I am in this trade, guys. On a challenge though, as you can see here, because I don't trade funders on. Well, normally I wouldn't trade funders on a Friday or a Monday, and yeah, for me this is not an exception, so it's just on a challenge. And the reason why is because my higher time frame bias is bullish, and I don't want to take this sell here. One of my members in the community actually in this thing said that I could react to this Ferrari gap, and it basically has been doing it. That 15-minute candle here is a very good bullish sign, and I would be very surprised if at minimum we don't go back to this high here. Okay, so I'm gonna call this break even level. If we get to there. I do trade personal accounts, bro, but I haven't taken this on a personal account, bro. I might. My personal accounts, bro, I trade it very differently, bro. I tend to trade it like a swing account. This is more of just a higher time frame continuation trade, basically, is what we can call it. $130 guys in here. Let's go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Guys, you know what I might do? Actually, let me just see if there's any questions. Price is engineering lie to the upside and is above midnight open price. The more likely price will push lower to manipulate to go higher. It could do, bro. We'll have to see what happens. My TP for this is going to be the next high up here. Okay, but I do think I'm going to move to break even pretty soon, as once we close above this high here, which I think we would do, because this here doesn't look bearish, okay? So I do think it's going to push up to this high here, then I'll move to break even, probably, and then I'll just leave the trade running and see. I'm in sales right now, bro. We'll see what happens, bro. We'll see. The thing is, guys, I don't want to be like on the charts now. Normally I would just leave it, but I do want to stay on so you guys can see how the trade plays out, but maybe I can just put some music in the background and then just go watch, just do something else while I do that. Or maybe come back in an hour or so. Yeah, I mean, bro, what some people do is they just sometimes just leave the stream running and just leave it, bro. You know, I could just do that as well. Yeah, because this trade's gonna take a long time. This trade could take a few hours, so yeah. How long does it take to? How long does it take from getting profitable and then hitting 10k a month after getting profitable? Uh, it wouldn't take long, bro, at all. You know, once you're profitable, then in theory, you have the skill set. Now you just need to stack accounts. So it wouldn't take long. Okay, guys, my plan for this trade is not to really care about it, but I just want to move to break even at this point here, and then just leave the trade and just get on with my life. Okay, because you know, I don't really care about trading, and that's why I'm a good trader. It's because I just don't give a fuck, right? Like that's literally how to be a good trader, is just don't care. Okay, this trade is with higher time frame. This rejection here is really good. Let me mark this out here. And now I just need to get to break even and then just leave it and just do some stuff. Why don't you trade futures? I might start, bro. I honestly might start because uh, yeah, I might start, bro, because Forex is like, it's still good, but I've just got a lot of time to start making more money, so I might start futures as well. Guys, by the way, join the free Discord. Join the free Discord. I'm doing a giveaway. You guys can literally win a 100k challenge for doing nothing. So if you're not in the free Discord, your IQ is quite low. No offense. um, uh, yeah, I might try futures, bro. Yeah. Low IQ is crazy. Yeah, low IQ is quite crazy, guys. I'm sorry if that offended you. I really do not want to be on the charts, but I also don't want to end the stream. So I might just take off the headset and um, just, I don't know. Fuck it. Okay, I've decided what I'm gonna do is I just have too much stuff to do. So I might go live again when this trade either hits stop loss or goes into some profit. Okay. So yeah. Um. But yeah, I just can't be bothered, bro. I mean, I guess I can leave the stream running, but no, not really, because I need to do some work on my laptop. So there's nothing really I can do because I do need to do some stuff. Okay. But I'll go live again when the trade does something. Okay. So yeah, put some W's in the chat, guys. Get some W's in the chat, and then I'll go live again and update you on how the trade plays out. Link to Discord is in the description. In the description, bro. Right, let me just send in the link to the Discord as well. Bro said FAP time. Bro, I'm not you, bro. Never. Right, anyway guys, I'm just gonna do some stuff, okay? So we'll see what happens, and I'll come back and update you on the trade. So yeah. Bye bye.